didn't want to do an unhaul of my books until I got down to less than 200 unread books on my TBR by myself, by reading them. However, upon further reflection, I just want them gone because it's stressing me out. And so I have got like 6 or 7 different areas in my room where I've got unread books. I've got a bunch on my desk, under my desk, down here in this little gap by my bookshelf. Then I've got a TBR cart, which the front and the back is full, and then I've got a pile as well by my door, a big pile. And so I went through the front of my TBR cart, and I think I pulled off 10 books from there. I think my aim is going to be to go through the different areas of my room, not all at once because that would be a lot to get rid of, but like every now and then, maybe once a month or every like half a month. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, this is part 2 to the unhaul that I did 2 months ago. That unhaul I did books that I'd read. I do actually have 2 books in this video that I'm getting rid of that I have read, and that's Powerless and Reckless. These are the paperback editions. I'm purely getting rid of these because, as you'll see behind me here, I've got the special edition hardbacks, and I don't need both the hardbacks and the paperbacks, so I'm getting rid of the paperbacks to just free up a little bit of room on my shelf. So these are the first 2 that we're getting rid of. Yeah, I've read both of these, as I said, and I really enjoyed this series. It's definitely a little bit of a rip-off of both The Hunger Games and Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, which is over there somewhere. And Red Queen definitely did it better, but no, I'm happy to be getting rid of these, free up a little bit of room. I don't need these, I've already got these ones. And Fearless, which is coming out in a few days, I've got the hardback special edition on order, so it will fit those rather than these, so I don't need these. So Powerless, and then Reckless by Lauren Roberts. So these are first in my pile to be unhauled. The rest of the books now are ones that either I've read a little bit of and I stopped reading for whatever reason, or just ones that I haven't read yet. I won't really be able to tell you much about what they're about because I have no idea. But yeah, let's just get into it. So the first one I'm unhauling is called The 5 Stages of Courting Dalisay Ramos by Melissa Dela Cruz. I did read the first like 50 pages of this, but I couldn't really get into it. I've read another book by Melissa Dela Cruz, which is called Alex and Eliza, which was about well, it was essentially a Hamilton retelling, like a Hamilton retelling. It was Alexander Hamilton and Eliza Schuyler, but like based on the musical, not real life. But I didn't like that book either. It was the writing style that I didn't like with that book, and that was the same issue I was having with this book. And I just figured if it's the same issue with both of the books, then it's actually the writing and not me. So this was also told from the point of view of the male main character, and I was struggling to get into that writing style as well. I do think that's an interesting idea, and I have just pre-ordered a book which is from the perspective of the male main character, but in this one it just didn't work for me. And yeah, I've had this one for like 2 years. wasn't enjoying it. I was enjoying it. It's just, it's a little bit older. Let me tell you when it came out. 1988. It's a romance. Yeah, from 1988. And I think it's also just its target audience is a little bit older than me. And that's Rivals by Jilly. This is the show edition. The show though is meant to be really good. So maybe give the show a go. It's on Disney Plus. It's got David Tennant in it. But yeah, I just think when I was reading it, I didn't feel like I was necessarily the target audience. I think the target audience is definitely a little bit older, and as I said, it's from 1988, and it's a romance, and it just felt a little bit dated. There was nothing wrong with it. As I said, again, I just don't think I was gelling with it. I got this one last year. Oh, I should say, these were sent to me by publishers. I'll let you know when I bought them and when they were sent to me, because otherwise I feel like I'm not being 100% honest, but this one and the previous one were both sent to me. But yeah, as I said, like, the first 50 pages, they weren't bad. I was like enjoying it. I just put it down to read other things and then never found myself picking it back up. And then I took the bookmark out, and that's when, you know, for me, I'm not gonna go back into it. It's also really long, and I just thought, like, it's really long. If it took me that long to get through 50 pages and I was feeling the way I was feeling, then I didn't really feel like going back and picking up the rest of it. There was a character in here called Caitlin though, so that was exciting. This next one is one that I found in a charity shop literally when I was still at university, in like second year, so like years ago. And that's Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. I never watched the film or read the book, and at the time when I found it, like, I thought, ooh, this sounds like something I would enjoy, and then just because I never picked it up, like, I've just lost interest in it. I think because I've not watched the film either. I tried to watch the film and I just couldn't get into the film, and I think because of that, like, I've just lost interest in it. And I've got so many books, like, keeping ones that I don't have any interest in just for the sake that I bought it for £2 in a charity shop. It's just kind of like, I might as well just get rid of it and someone else can enjoy it. So yeah, Crazy Rich Asians is gonna go. This one, I know I was sent by a publisher, but I don't even remember being sent it. It was that long ago. This book came out, 2024, so last year. I still have no memory of when I got this book, but it's The Dating Equation by Emily Merrill. The more I read, like, romance-wise, I've just learned that this type of romance isn't really my thing. Like a rom-com isn't really my type. Like, I would equate this to, like, The Hating Game, books like that, which, like, are like The Fletcher, which I read, and, like, they were okay, but they were, like, 3-star reads, and, like, again, I've got too many books to be keeping ones that, like, I know are going to be, like, mid-range books for me, and yeah, this just isn't one that I'm excited about. It's got a quote by Lizzie Dent on the front, and I read a book by Lizzie Dent that I didn't love, so yeah, I think it's just time for this one to go as well, but I'm excited to take these to the charity shop so that people can be excited to read them, because there's no point of them just sitting on my shelves, not being read, when I can take it to a charity shop and someone can buy it and read it and love it. So yeah. this one I only kept because it was an advanced reader's copy of a J. Kristoff book, and I thought that was cool to have. I can't take advanced reader's copies to charity shops either, and I can't sell them online. So I also struggle with how to get rid of advanced reader's copies. I might ask if anybody at work wants it. If not, there are like recycling points you can take them to, but it just feels like such a shame to essentially throw it away. So I need to find someone who wants this. Potentially my boyfriend will want it. Does it say? Yeah, this proof is from 2021. That's embarrassing. Everything I've heard about this book it's really good, to be fair, but like it's really chunky. I was excited about it when I first got it, but now I'm just not that excited about. And again, like, I like fantasy, but it doesn't seem like my type of fantasy. I'm more into like romantasy, I guess, than like straight heavy fantasy. And same, like, I'm not that into vampires. I've only read a few vampire books, and they've been like really heavy romantasy vampire books. So I just, yeah, don't think this one will be for me. But I need to find someone to give it to. It's a really cool proof copy though. I love the blood spatters. Oops. Thou shalt suffer for this, and it shall be legendary. That's funny. Well, hello. It's whenever you're unhauling books though, you like look through them and you're like, ooh, but there's pictures in it. Are they everywhere or are they just at the front? No, what the heck? No, my mind cannot be changed. I've made up my mind. Also, it says at the bottom, uncorrected proof copy, not for resale, quotation, or biting. Okay, but yeah, this one, I will find a nice home for it. That's not a charity shop or Vinted. So next is one that again was sent to me. I've had this for years and years and years. This one came out in 2009. No, 2019. Is when this edition was published. So I got this in like 2019. The only reason I've kept this is because the main character's name is Caitlin, spelt the same way mine is. But that is not enough of a reason to keep a book, and so it's time that I finally part with this. This is also sci-fi, which is like my least reached for genre. I've only read like 3 or 4, like a handful of sci-fi books. The only ones I've ever actually enjoyed were the Illuminae files, but that's because they're so heavily mixed media and YA and romance. But this, yeah, I can't keep a book just because the protagonist's name is Caitlin. That's not a good excuse. Also, I feel like Loki, I wouldn't like that. Like, Caitlin is a name that isn't popular enough to be in like loads of books, so I've never read a book with a main character called Caitlin before. Yeah, I'm not sure how I would feel about it. The pages of this are so discoloured as well. This Caitlin in this book is also a mathematical genius, which could not be further from me. So I think she'd make me feel bad about myself as well, so she's got to go. This next one I'm literally only getting rid of because I was sent 2 copies of this for some reason. So this is The City of Stardust by Georgia Summers, which was this came out in January 2024. But yeah, I've somehow got 2 editions of this. I don't need 2 editions. So I'm just gonna get rid of one of them and keep the other one. I think the other one is a finished copy. Yeah, it is. Oh no. The other one is also a proof. Don't ask me how I ended up with 2 proofs for this. I was going to say if one of them was a proof and one of them was finished, I would just get rid of the finished one and keep the proof. But they're both proofs, so again, I'm going to have to find someone who wants to take this. This one I'm actually pretty excited to read. I honestly think the only reason I've not picked this up yet is because I forget that I have it, because both of them were in areas of like my unread books that I don't look at very often, so I kind of forgot that I had them. But this looks really good and like it sounds like something I would enjoy, and it's so pretty. So yeah, as I said, I'm only getting rid of this one because I have 2 copies. I am actually planning on keeping the other copy. So it says a curse can be many things. For the Everleys, it begins with stardust. So yeah, this one's gonna find a new home. The next one is another massive proof copy that I would have been sent in 2022. They're also dusty as well. Which is called The Final Strife by Sarah L. Arifi. I've actually heard really good things about this one. I've seen the author talk as well. But yeah, I think again, like at this point, it's really big. It's not my usual type of fantasy. If I was gonna read it, I would have read it by now. So yeah, it's just time for this one to go. But on the front it says, "Will you rule the empire or destroy it?" The cover is super cool. Again, I think this was another one that I did have 2 copies of, and I gave my boyfriend the finished copy a while ago, and I kept the arc just in case I did want to read it. But I know now I won't. And you have to be brutally honest with yourself sometimes. Next one is another one that honestly, it's just been sat there for years and years and years. I don't remember being sent it, but it's from 2024, so it can't have been years and years. It has to have been a year, but I've got no recollection of when I gained this one. This is called Darker by Marisha, Pessl. A seemingly ordinary teenage girl, a mysterious internship, a games designer with a dark legacy. Honestly, like this I might enjoy. It's just, again, because it was in an area that I don't see. I've just forgot that I had it. And I just know that I'm not going to reach for it anytime soon. You know, like I've got 200 books that I haven't read. Like, realistically, I'm not going to get to this anytime soon. And yeah, again, I would just rather take it to a charity shop where someone is going to pick it up and read it sooner than I would. The cover, I really like the cover for this one though. The black and the pink is beautiful. Finally, for this second part of my book unhaul, trust me, there's going to be plenty more, is Better Left Unsent by Leah Lewis, which, I've got a little card in here from when this was sent to me. Again, this is one that I feel like maybe I got last year, or the year before, yeah, 2024, but again, because of where it was, I forgot that I had it. And again, unfortunately, I just think this one is falling into the category of romances that aren't really my type of romance. Like, I think like workplace romances, like rom-coms, cuter romances just aren't really my type of thing. I'm much more into like romancy or dark romances. I've not read like a fluffy like chick lit, I guess, chick lit romance in years, and again, when I did, they were like The Hating Game and The Flat Share, which I gave you like 3 stars, so I like the cover of this one as well though. But yeah, from the back of this one it seems like it's a workplace romance. Millie is a receptionist and she starts a relationship of emails. It sounds cute, but I just know it would be like a 3-star. But yes, those are all of the books that I picked out for this part of my unhaul. I think I might do this again, maybe at the end of April. I don't want to do it too often because then I feel like I'll get overwhelmed by the amount of books I'm getting rid of, because like I have to take these to the charity shop and, you know, like find places for the arcs to go, and like there's a lot to do. And so maybe at the end of April or the start of May I'll go through maybe my desk and back here, I don't know, or like the back of my book are the ones that are piled by my door are like all ones that I'm really excited about, so I don't want to get rid of any of those. But yeah, let me know if you've read any of the books on here, if any of them are worth keeping. I'm not sure when I will have taken these to the charity shop by, so by the time I post this I might still have them, so maybe if any of them, like, you can give any of them like glowing reviews, maybe I'll be persuaded. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and comment and subscribe if you want to, but don't feel that you have to, and I will see you in my next video.